What's up, guys? Welcome to Friday's upload. I figured I would treat you to picture-in-picture because that is a thing that I do sometimes on this channel, and I really haven't been doing it often enough because it's just kind of awkward still in this room to do that. But you know what? Figured I'd give it another shot. Placement is a little awkward, but I do what I can in these situations. So, hey. Anyways, I have a game against. I actually don't know who the fuck it's against, but I know what's going on in it, and some of you might like it. So, we'll go ahead and play back right now. Okay, now first off, I know I'm going to like it because absolutely fuck Species Clause. I do what I want with all these Kangaskhan's because I Kangas. That's the story of the battle. But it technically is a UU. Not on my end, of course. I mean, I'm using a bunch of fucking, I think they were PU at the time, which is kind of funny. But it was 6 NUs versus some dude. So yeah, I got 6 different Kangaskhan's here, and we're just gonna have at it. So I'm gonna go and lead off with my Life Orb kind of lead one. It's got the Fake Out, it's got the Sucker Punch, and it's got the other shit. I don't really think he's gonna Outrage on the first turn, so that's why I kind of feel safe staying in. So I'm just gonna go for Fake Out, Sucker Punch, get some damage off on him. And it turns out he actually decides to go for a U-turn. Unfortunately, gets a crit. It's about time that shit happens to me, like right on the second turn of the game. But hey, you know what? I had that coming. Even though these were kind of recorded out of order, the pace I've been going at on my channel, I kind of had that shit coming. But he goes into his Arcanine. I do not know what the deal is with this Arcanine other than the fact that it has Intimidate. I am actually really scared of Arcanine on this team just because this shit has close combat. But it turns out he just goes for the extreme speed to try to finish it off. I go into my physically defensive Kangaskhan. I speed this portion up because, okay, there's a Kangaskhan that got Wish and Yawn as a 3rd gen event, I believe. So I have Yawn and I have Wish Passers on this team. I have 2 of them, one being physically defensive and one being specially defensive. I'm trying to put something to sleep, and he's not letting me. But as you can see, I can take a close combat from Arcanine. I think this thing might be choice banded because I got max HP, max defense on this thing, and that shit still does a lot. And he isn't even switching up moves, which is kind of surprising to me. He definitely could have gone for the E-Speed on there or something like that. I don't really know what the deal with the Arcanine is, but as you can see, he ends up going into Roserade, finally ends up taking the Yawn. I deem that kind of pointless because, like, 100% of Roserades that I've run into have Natural Cure. So it's like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and double Yawn. It would have been violating Sleep Clause had it not been Natural Cure, but I went on the assumption it was, and it turns out that it was, because it just kind of cures itself. All of a sudden, something has to go to sleep because I fucked up on the order of moves, and that shit could have been going on forever. So I go into my specially defensive one. I think I had this one being a toxic, I kind of want to say Circle Thrower, but I think Circle Throw is an egg move, and that's a 3rd gen event, so unfortunately it was not meant to be. If Circle Throw was a tutor move in Black White 2, I would probably be running the original thing. But I think this is just Wish, Protect, Yawn, and then something else, and it's just a clone of the other one. One's physical, one's special. I don't know, I might make a special Kangaskhan, speaking of, but not right now, because that's a silly idea. That's a silly idea. Why would you even think of that? But I'm going to go for a Protect. Just to get my HP back up to full, but I don't really have anything that wants to take it close combat, and I'm thinking maybe this thing can? I know it's kind of weird to think about it, but I have a lot of HP. That's the thing. Close combat isn't stab. It is super effective, but it isn't stab, so, you know, he's not going to get that extra boost on me. But what I'm failing to remember is that Arcanine actually has a very respectable attack stat, and the fact that I haven't seen any Life or Recoil on this thing, and he keeps staying on the same move is just kind of like, he could be banded. I don't know. But I don't really know whether or not any of this shit mattered here, that double Protect. It seems like it would have been a sure O-Code, because that's just a max HP, max F set, as I previously mentioned. But this right here, this is a Scarf set, and I'm going to be able to go for the Earthquake. And now here is a play that I'm going to go ahead and just, that's a pat on the back for myself, because after, you know, going for the Earthquake on that and, you know, going for it on the Levitating Flygon, I stay in and I Earthquake again because I know that motherfucker is not going to outreach. He's going to U-turn back into his Arcanine to threaten the rest of my shit out with close combats, which is why I stay in, go for another Earthquake, and once you know it, it turns out I actually do a pretty sizable amount of damage. And I think I get I think the other one was a really low damage roll, or this one was a really high, because that wasn't a crit or anything like that. The other one obviously wasn't a crit either, but, you know, that was a 2-hit KO that I really wasn't expecting. I'm just like, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. It kind of works. But he goes into something that could be very threatening if I let it set up, especially because he goes for the sub. I don't know if he's going to be sub Calm Mind. He's probably going to be sub Nasty Plot. Am I like the only one that read sub Calm Mind in this Magis anymore? I guess so. But that's what we got going on. I'm going to go for the fake out because it is priority. Thanks to Scrappy, I feel the need to clarify this to people. Fake out. Fucking Scrappy on Kangaskhan's is a thing, and it lets it hit ghosts with normal type moves and fighting type moves. I figured I would just clarify that right now. So I'm gonna get one guy in the comments like, how'd you do that? How you do that? And that's how I do that. So, but decided to go into this Kangaskhan. It's also how I'm gonna be able to get the revenge kill on it immediately after breaking its sub with the double edge. It is a nice juicy stab neutral double edge on the fucking witch thing, and it just ends up dying. I'm like, sweet. That was a pretty cool revenge kill. But he goes into his Flygon, and I do want to keep my Scarfone alive because I think it's the only thing that might be able to outspeed a timid Roserade. Unfortunately, the base speeds are not with me on this one. I think they might be in the same neighborhood, but I'm running all positive attack natures instead of positive speed natures, so I'm not even going to try to risk it. But go into physically defensive Kangaskhan because I Kangaskhan. Anyways, he gets the 2-turn confusion on that one, I think, and I'm just going to go for the wish. Now here I make a little bit of a risky play, and that I do not protect, because I actually kind of want him to hit himself so I can take him out with return. In hindsight, I probably should have just fucking protected just to get the HP back. But, oh well. Hindsight's 2020, and hindsight can evidently see a match from like 7 months ago. I don't even know how old this match is. It's super fucking old. But Hax is with me on this side because, you know, confusion. He's going to want to stay in and try to take this shit out. I'm going to get a free sub up. Now, this is a sub punch set, and it's also got the sucker punch on it, too. So now that I am comfy behind a sub, and I know that he is locked in on Outrage, I'm just going to be able to go ahead and go for the sucker punch regardless of whether or not he hits himself in confusion. And all of a sudden, it actually looks like I might have a shot of winning this game, surprisingly. But he's going to go into his Azumarill right now. I think this thing might be choice banded as well. I'm not 100% on that, but actually, you know what? I think it is. I definitely think it is. But I get to go for a focus punch right here. I think I should have been going for returns. I just went for a focus punch for style points because I think returns base power is like 102, 104, something like that, something silly. And then after stab, it makes the difference like 6 base power. So if I'd gone for 2 returns, I'm starting to wonder whether or not 2 returns would have really done the job on the Azumarill as opposed to just a focus punch and a return. And because of style points, I almost died, but I live it on 2. So those two style points that I got for focus punch, because all of a sudden I can quantify how cool a move looks with how much I'm going to get on the damage roll. But no, they have no relation. Whatever. I lived on 2, and I took it out, and it was pretty fucking awesome. But this Raikou scares me because he's got another thing that has a potential to sub and set up and just shit all over my team. So I go for a sucker punch thinking that he's going to take me out, and he just calm minds right in my face. So it's like, well, that really sucks. That really sucks. But the thing is this Kangaskhan living with 2 HP is actually just the domino effect to a lot of events that are actually going to end up unfolding immediately after this. For one, he has Life Orb recoil, and he takes extra Life Orb recoil in order to take me out. Now this is actually very important right here, because I'm going to be able to outspeed him with my Scarf Kangaskhan, go for the Earthquake, and it's going to bring him down to the point where Life Orb recoil will take himself out. So all of a sudden, the score after I lose this Kangaskhan is going to be 1 versus 1. It's going to be my Choice Banded one versus his Roserade. Now, his Roserade is Life Orb, and that means that that shit's going to hurt. But the thing is that my Kangaskhan is at full HP, meaning that it will probably take a couple of hits to take it out. So he goes for Sleep Powder, hits it, doesn't really surprise me, 75 accuracy, whatever, you know, people run Focus Blast and shit like that all the time. People run Sleep Powder all the time, so there you go. But he goes for Giga Drain. I'm not really understanding why he did this when he could have just as easily gone for Sludge Bomb, which would have hit a hell of a lot harder. But I think I end up waking up on this turn, the first turn as a matter of fact, and I'm just going to be able to take him out with a double edge, because that shit's Choice Banded. So I think that was a 1-0, and I just kind of, you know, I think I won that by the skin off my teeth. Okay, yeah, that's the game. So if you guys enjoyed it, you are welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, and do your thing. I don't know why I didn't fucking upload this a lot sooner. It was it's a pretty interesting game if you ask me. But that's the thing that I wanted to upload, and then I have I'm not going to be at my computer tomorrow. I'm actually going to be out of town for a little bit. But I do have an upload plan for you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to slap that on the scheduled uploader. and we'll be good to go. My mic stand's kind of tipping for some reason. Say hi to Blue Snowball here. But that's what's going on, and I guess I'll see you guys. I won't see you on Saturday. You guys will see me on Saturday, but I guess I'll see you on Sunday, Monday, whatever, later. Bye.